Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you are notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for the support and love you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So today we'll be talking something very important, but before we get into this video, I want to say that some people are really very nasty. Some people have very nasty attitude. Some people are very horrible. Yes, you heard me right. I mean, this white woman went around, she raised alarm saying that Carly Russell did not go missing. And I am like saying, did you speak to the family, or the family told you that? I mean, she is going from one lie to another. And I think it's so stupid for a human being to do something like this. I mean, an adult for that matter. And I want to tell Black people something. I mean, it's stop thinking about what are white people going to say about this and that and that. I mean, you do not need any validation from anybody. I mean, this young lady went missing, and some people are saying if this thing ends up being lies, like white people are never going to look for us and all that. Have they really been looking for you people? I am really appreciative that a lot of hands were on deck. I mean, people all came out to make sure this young lady come back home, right? But man, this lie, I mean, the things I am seeing on the internet, and I want to say this, if you are part of the people going around to say that this girl never went missing, whether white or black, I want you to know that you are part of the problem we are facing in this world. Because I don't see how you all expected somebody that went missing for 2 days to come out immediately and start granting interviews. I mean, it is so horrible that you people carry your nasty attitude and still bring it to social media, and it's spreading like wildfire. It's unfortunate. See, enough of all this bullshit. I am really mad about all this. So I'm just gonna roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. So here we'll go.
Carly was never actually kidnapped. She was with her boyfriend the whole time, and everyone in her family have just been lying about this. Guys, make sure and click the plus sign. I'm gonna have more information on this and a ton of other things come out that you don't wanna miss, and I wanna make sure to keep you up to date. And also, sound off in the comments. There are so many theories. A lot of them are crazy theories right now circling the internet, and I wanna know what you guys think about all this. But I had heard and seen, and I don't want to give any names because this goal is I'm not trying to attack or call anybody out on this channel, but there are some theories floating around the internet since Carly has been found. And by the way, I keep saying Kaylee in the videos. I don't know why her name is Carly, but one of the things that I want to go over when it comes to this is there are people, and this is the story right now. Apparently her boyfriend has been massively attacked online because people are saying that she was actually with him. Now the story is that I guess that she ended up going with him. They went to some sort of sporting event, and people have apparently seen her and the boyfriend at the sporting event, that she and the boyfriend were at the Red Roof Inn, that her family did come to the Red Roof Inn, and that they've lied about it, and then they lied about calling the police about the Red Roof Inn. So what is really happening? Here's what I want to say. There are a couple theories. One is they were doing some type of crime and that they're all trying to cover it up. But the other is she was actually having a mental health crisis or a mental health episode. First of all, I want to say, let's entertain this for a second. If it was a mental health crisis and that was true, I'm glad she's found safe and I'm glad she's okay, period. People could say, well, it wasted resources, this or that. Regardless, if she was having a mental health crisis to where she had to pull over on the side of the road and she thought she saw a kid, she needed help. And it could have ended a lot worse. So even if that, and I'm not even saying that's true, I'm saying if that was the case, I'm still glad that she was found, number one. Number two, this does not make sense. Where's the evidence of this? Now, I know we have phone calls about she was there, but from what we heard from police, which we don't know how accurate everything is, that they did check things out at the Red Roof Inn, but it was cleared up and her family did say they didn't call in. Is it possible that somebody called pretending to be her family? There are pranksters and all kinds of people who will do stuff like that. But let's think about this. You're telling me that because of crime or even a mental health issue, she pulls over on the side of the road and just leaves her car and all her belongings and makes up a story about a child and then starts screaming, and then everybody tried to cover it up. How does that make any sense? What, are they trying to protect her because she's in nursing and they don't want her to have her career derailed? So they made this whole story up. By the way, if there's evidence of this, send it to me. I would love to see it. I'll weigh the information, but I'm hearing stuff like that. That doesn't make sense to me at all. What do you guys think about this? Sound off in the comments, click the plus sign. I've got more coming.
Some of y'all have to be absolutely exhausted because your first thought in every situation is, what are white people going to think about this? Now, here we have this young sister who was missing for 48 hours, who has now been found. And what I'm reading in a lot of the comments is, if that girl's lying, white people will never look for us again. They will never take us seriously again. First of all, white people have never, the majority media has never given the attention to black missing women. Ever. We are missing at a higher rate, percentage-wise, than white women. But how often do you see the stories covering us? How often do you see us featured on Dateline or 2020? How often do you see us on the local news? Rarely. So don't worry about Carly Lee can't change that. That's already jacked up. Okay? So you should free yourselves from this idea that if you just are perfect enough, if you act a certain way, that it will change things. The responsibility of racism and fixing it is not on you, brothers and sisters. You cannot outperform it. You can't out-earn it. You can't act so well that people who are racist will say, oh my gosh, we were wrong about black people. Okay, because it's way bigger than that. When you act well, we should act well. We should be accountable. But that really is for us. That really is to better us as a people so we can continue to move on, to move up as a people. But it just is so sad to me. I mean, really sad that some of you are so burdened and so worried about what white folks gonna think that is your first thought, that when a black 25-year-old woman has been missing, regardless of why she was missing, that girl was missing, whether it was something that regardless, the girl was missing. And what your main concern is Lordy, 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 what white folks gonna think. Free yourselves of that. Really, free yourself.
Carly was never actually kidnapped. She was with her boyfriend the whole time, and everyone in her...
Nope. And see, this is how white women get black men sent to jail. Stay in your lane before you crash and burn. There are so many white women out here lying about what happened to them, specifically at the hands of black and brown people, and sending black people to jail. That's what you need to focus your time on. And see, I blame content creators of color for even starting these conspiracy theories, because now y'all open the floodgates for anybody to come in. And let's just be clear, y'all have no actual evidence of what y'all are claiming. Y'all are just talking out your ass. The moral of the story is, she made it home safe. The end, period. End of sentence. Have a good one.
Story on how Carly Russell returned home is a lie, and apparently she wasn't dropped off and didn't just come knock on the door.
Oh my
she
God.
walked. What is happening and what is going on with this? Guys, I'm going to cover this and a lot more other stuff, so to get all that information that's going to be coming out, make sure and click the plus sign. But
Okay.
I have been hearing since Carly has been found, a lot of people have been saying she and her family are lying because there are so many things that don't add up and she's not speaking. And yes, there's still a lot of weird things and there's still a lot of unanswered questions.
You have made nearly 25 videos. Nearly 25 consecutive videos about Carly Russell's story. A lot of extremely unhinged conspiracy theories that you're basing on some sort of fact where you have no facts. You and so many other creators on this app should be absolutely ashamed of themselves. You do not have the facts. I do not have the facts. You keep presenting your information as if it's the truth. You don't know the truth. I don't know the truth. It could all turn out that this was a hoax, right? But you don't know that yet. It could also turn out she was actually kidnapped and she managed to escape. Or maybe her captors were all wearing masks the entire time. They saw how viral the story was going, so they just let her go. I don't know that as a fact. Neither do you. I have not seen so many grown adults become so unhinged by the fact that a woman was found safe. It's almost as if you all wanted her to be dead. I tell true crime stories. At this point, I tell true crime stories for a living. And I absolutely hate my community at this point. Also, the astronomical amount of white creators who seem to be really bummed that this black woman wasn't found dead in a ditch somewhere. Well, honestly, it's really not that surprising. If this was like a Gabby Petito type person, and she was found safe and alive and home, you'd be all, oh my God, just let her find her peace, let her rest, and we'll know the truth when they tell us the truth. But no, you're all jumping to conclusions based on no actual facts or evidence, because the people who are looking into this, the police, have not divulged any actual information on their investigation. You all decided to share her story when she went missing. You were not required to. Nor is Carly or her family obligated to tell you what happened that night. It's no longer our business. So just shut up and wait.
Carly was never actually kidnapped. She was with her boyfriend the whole time, and everyone in her family have just been lying.
I have been very quiet about the Carly Russell situation ever since I posted my video when she was missing, and then I posted an update sharing that she had been found. I haven't really talked about it since then because there's not really a lot to discuss right now. There's not a lot of questions that have been answered, and everything's kind of up in the air. There's an ongoing investigation. But this woman, Joy Sparkles, aka Joy Sparkles BS from YouTube back in the day, if y'all remember, has made it her mission to further traumatize what we know to be a victim.
Here's what I want to say. There are a couple theories. One is they were doing some type of crime and that they're all trying to cover it up. But
so if you've never seen this person's face before, she used to be very well known on YouTube as Joy Sparkles BS. There are videos upon videos, playlist upon playlist talking about why she is problematic and why it's very problematic how she clickbaits her videos. If you go look at this person's profile, there are videos upon videos of just lies and speculation about Carly Russell and her family.
are they trying to protect her because she's in nursing and they don't want her to have her career derailed? So they made this whole story up. By the way, if there's evidence of this, send it to me.
Carly Russell has not even been home for 48 hours. She has not even had time to mentally recover from what happened to her. And there are people on the internet gaslighting her, calling her a liar, calling her a criminal. And it's so inappropriate. And this creator is not the only one doing it. There's a lot of people on this app trying to discredit Carly. Carly is a human being who has a phone, who could be on social media, seeing what y'all are saying about her. I need everyone to collectively take a breath and wait for more information to be released before we start making these wild speculations and accusations.
You all first laid eyes on her again. What was it like? To me, I mean, just so much joy. This morning, in an exclusive sit-down with NBC News, the parents of 25-year-old Carly Russell are speaking out, describing the moment their daughter appeared on their doorstep after being missing for more than 48 hours. What did you do when you saw her?
We tried to hug her as best we could, but I had to stand back because she was not in a good state. So we had to stand back and let medical professionals work with her. But
Last Thursday, police say Carly called 911 to report a toddler walking alone on the interstate. She pulled over while on the phone with a family member who described hearing Carly scream.
Her vehicle's unlocked, running, all her personal belongings except for her phone.
On the scene, police found no sign of Carly or a child, and they say no children were reported as missing during that time period. The Russells waited in agony until Saturday night.
There were actually just so many calls and texts from people who maliciously lied to us. I just didn't know people could be so evil.
Authorities have not indicated where Carly was during the 48 hours she was missing or what happened. Her parents declined to share what their daughter told them, citing the ongoing investigation.
And can you tell me what happened Saturday night? Did you just get a knock at the door?
Anything leading to the case itself, we can't discuss that.
But they say speculation about the circumstances surrounding Carly's disappearance are only making things worse.
She's having to deal with the trauma of people just making completely false allegations about her.
Her family now urging the public to let the investigation play out, but mention
Story on how Carly Russell returned home is a lie.
Stop.
I couldn't say it better myself. Just stop. We don't need your 2 cents. We don't need you to, analyze what's going on here. She was found alive. And that whole, she walked home. Do you know how many black women have been abducted by white men? And the ones who did live to tell the tale walked home. I know her first name's Reese, but I can't remember her last name. I think it was the 1950s. She was abducted by 4 white men and raped, and then she walked home, and her dad and I think her grandfather found her. This is not an anomaly. This has been happening for a very long time. And the fact that she hasn't even been home for 48 hours, 72 hours, and we're questioning her trauma, it's gross. Your racism's showing, and I feel embarrassed for you.
So this is all I got from the stitches, and excuse me, I am really very disappointed at some people. I mean, someone went missing, and all of a sudden it looks like you all did not even want her to be home alive or to come back home alive and all that. I mean, this woman has made more than 30 videos on Carly's case, building up all kinds of lies. I mean, there are some things we chase clouds with. There are some things we do not even bother chasing clout with, especially when it got to do with someone's trauma or someone something horrible that happened to somebody. There are some things you don't try to play around with, because this is a very serious case. Somebody went missing, eventually got back home, and people took it upon themselves to say that it was all lies, that she went to meet her boyfriend. I mean, it's all lies upon lies upon lies. And now, what the first sister said, I mean, enough is enough. It is no longer time black people are always looking for validation from white people. Stop it. Stop thinking of what is going to happen or what is not going to happen. Will they ever look for us if something goes wrong? Have they ever been looking for you and all that? I know everybody's hands were on deck looking for a way to to bring this young lady back, because it was all over the news. People genuinely did it because really they felt really bad from the story that broke out on the internet that she went missing and how she went missing. A lot of people felt it, you can imagine 20-something-year-old girl that just went missing. People really do want her to come back home. And all of a sudden, all the people that wanted her back home turned against her for no just reason. I mean, why would you all do that? Why would you all do things like this? Some were like, oh, if this is not true, white people are going to use us as, they are going to make mockery of us and all that. And where did that notion come from? Can we just normalize doing our own things in our own way and not even wanting to know what people are going to say about it? I mean, do you need people's opinion? Man, like somebody, she just got back home and she just got back home alive. And she is in the hospital, like you all heard. And then you all are being like, really want to know what happened. How do you all expect her to talk? Like instantly. I mean, we all can do better as human beings. We all can do better as adults. Because I don't understand all this BS, like, going around and the rest of it. And for this, did I forget? I forgot to tell you all that so many black people, they blocked this lady. Yes, they all blocked her because, I mean, I don't know how somebody can be this useless. Sorry to use this, but this is how I say it. Because if somebody, just in how many days, somebody had made over 30-something videos on just one person telling lies. I mean, where are those lies taking you to? How are those lies useful to this case right now? I mean, they are doing all this because she's not a white person, because if she were white, they would have been like, oh, take your time to heal, take your time, the trauma and the rest of it. You need your peace, you need your this and all that. But no, it's a black woman. And for any black person also going around saying trashy things about this case, I want you all to know that you are part of the problem. I'm sorry, I don't know how you see the case. I don't know how you see it. I don't know if you are realistic or like you really want to know what happened and the rest of it. You are part of the problem. Because I don't see how you all expect somebody that just went missing for 2 days or 3, got back, you all expected her to mount microphones and start granting interviews. Don't you all think? This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.